Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for having me here with you tonight. It's indeed an honor and a privilege to be able to join you to salute the U.S. military and in recognition of Hispanic Heritage Month. And I am humbled to be here today in the presence of civic leaders of different aspects of society, community advocates, and most especially our veterans. And as Joel pointed out, we also have some young members of our community from ROTC programs from across Milwaukee. And I think most of my remarks may be directed towards them. Thank you very much for the very kind introduction there, Daryl. I'm not sure who that person is, but I'd like to meet them someday. Now, I must admit, this is my very first time here visiting Milwaukee, but I did have the opportunity to spend some time today here at the War Memorial. And ever since spending some time with the absolutely wonderful curator, historian, and leader of our veterans community to explain to me what we have here, I was trying to think what are the words to explain this, and after a lot of hard thought, I came up with wow. This is an absolute treasure. I think the city of Milwaukee and the state of Wisconsin is absolutely blessed to have this here. And I look forward to being able to come back here time and time again and spend some more time here. Now, since I want to do that, I need to make sure that I do well up here so I get invited again. So I'll try and make sure that I stay short and on point so I'm able to come back again. So we're here this evening to pay tribute to the United States military, and we're here to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. So let's try and connect the two. To quote President Biden's proclamation on his National Hispanic Heritage Month for 2023, during National Hispanic Heritage Month, we honor the diversity, history of generations of Latinos whose aspirations and achievements have shaped the soul of our nation. The President goes on to state, Latinos have helped chart America's course since our start as doctors and engineers, artists and entrepreneurs, and as leaders in science, business, labor, government, and military, and across grassroots movements. Their faith and drive have pushed our country to grow, prosper, and pursue its highest ideals. Now, when we speak of Hispanic heritage, we speak of a rich, diverse culture, bound by common language and ancestral foundations. Much of similarities tend to end there. From Spain to Mexico, from Panama to Puerto Rico, from Ecuador to Chile, and Peru and the United States, Latinos are global and reflect a wealth of cultural diversity. Hispanic cultures around the world are unique in their own ways and share the same common core values of family, hard work, and community. During this month, we celebrate the remarkable achievements of Latinos and diversity of Hispanic people and the richness of Latin cultures around the world and here at home. Within the United States, there are so many Hispanic leaders who have made amazing contributions that it would be impossible to name them all here tonight. For me, growing up, my heroes tended to be within the civil rights activist arena, like Cesar Chavez, Dolores Huerta, Silvio Mendez, and Tom Saenz. That last one's my brother, and he owes me dinner every time I mention his name, so you guys got to back me up on that one. However, having spent 30 years in the Army, I now serving again in the Office of Secretary of Defense. My Latino heroes also include Jorge Farragut from Minorca, Spain, U.S. Navy, American War of Independence and War of 1812 hero, and his son, David Farragut, U.S. Navy, War of 1812 and Civil War veteran, as well as the first full admiral in naval history. It also includes Sylvester Herrera from Chihuahua, Mexico, U.S. Army, World War II European Theater, Medal of Honor recipient. the soldiers of Puerto Rico's 65th Infantry Regiment, Presidential Unit Citation and Meritorious Unit Commendation for combat actions in Korea. Master Sergeant Roy Benavides from Pueblo, Texas, U.S. Army Special Forces, Vietnam veteran, Medal of Honor recipient. Master Sergeant Leroy Petre from Santa Fe, New Mexico, U.S. Army Ranger, 8 combat deployments to Afghanistan and Iraq, Medal of Honor winner. General Richard Cavazos from Kingsville, Texas, U.S. Army, first Latino to become a general in the Army, and in recognition of his accomplishments, the Army has recently renamed Fort Hood, Texas as Fort Cavazos. And today I added to this list of those that are part of the Latino Veterans display here in this building. But that's just to name a few. If you're not familiar with their stories, I encourage you to look them up, read about them, and allow them to inspire you. Courage, dedication to duty, service to their community, and in honor of their families, all qualities these Latino leaders embody in military service to their nation. As President made clear in his proclamation, Hispanics have played a significant part in the development and defense of our nation. Much of that while wearing the military uniform. Now, Hispanic Heritage Month is celebrated from September 15th to October 15th. There's lots of reasons for that. I'm still not sure why we don't get a complete month, but there you have it. This year the theme is Todos somos uno. Or we are all, we are one, and in some ways, out of many, one. This is meant to convey the unity and integration of Latino cultures embracing each other as one. It marks a time to celebrate the achievements, histories, traditions, cultural diversity of Hispanic Americans. However, for me, we are one, also describes what it means to serve our country in the military. Where you see, our armed forces are comprised of Americans from all walks of life, all races, colors, ethnicities, genders, religions, economic conditions that make up America, come together to serve one purpose, one calling, and as part of one profession of arms, to support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the American people. And so we want to encourage all communities to continue to answer the call to service and help keep our military the best in the world. This month we want to particularly make out a call to our Latino communities to consider serving like so many before. This is essential for continuing success of our nation, our communities, and our military. The importance of the Hispanic community in the readiness of the U.S. military cannot be overstated. Latinos are the largest minority group and the second fastest growing minority group in the United States. Today, Hispanics are approximately 19% of America's population and projected to be almost 25% of the population by 2045. Additionally, Latinos in America are a rather young population. Today, 1 in 4 children entering school are of Hispanic heritage. So it's simple math that makes it clear recruiting and retaining Hispanics remains critical to the health of our military. Without participation from 1/4 of our population, it will be very difficult for us to maintain an appropriately sized, fully trained, and always ready force to defend the Constitution of this country. To answer this challenge is simple. Todos somos uno. An acknowledgement that it takes all of us to come together, celebrating our diversity, while standing as one, united in defense of our families, our communities, and our country. This enables a stronger nation, a stronger military, through the wealth of diverse experiences and perspectives that provide for innovative solutions to the most complex challenges. For me personally, this is what inspired me to serve. Growing up in Chicano and just outside of East LA, in California, my family and culture impressed upon me the importance of faith, family, education, hard work, and community service. We were taught to be proud of our Latino heritage and to be proud to be Americans. In fact, it was these similarities between the values of my family and the values of the United States Military Academy, duty, honor, country, that inspired me to attend West Point. Now, East LA and West Point are worlds apart. But certainly these values seem complementary. After graduation, I found a call to military service to be inspiring. Working as part of a well-trained team to achieve a unified purpose with every member of that team valued and respected spoke to me. It spoke to my values and to my culture. Even after more than 30 years of service with small units and large organizations around the globe and here at home, in peace and at wartime, I'm still inspired to serve. I feel very privileged to have served and to serve my nation. Also for me personally, it was only through my military service that I was able to see the world, achieve physical and mental toughness, attain advanced college degrees. Also, I provided all that, much to the relief of my parents. And deep, lifelong friendships. I'm sure this is very similar for everyone who serves or has served. And for all that, I am truly grateful. So let me conclude here by challenging you. I want to challenge you to make a difference in our military and in your community. Whether you're a Latino or from another identity, you can look to the examples of those Hispanic leaders that have gone before us and have inspired to contribute in their way to inspire us to contribute in our way. Big or small, every action has an impact. Whether it's dedicating yourself to honorable military service, mentoring young people of all backgrounds, or encouraging others to serve in the military. Whether it's volunteering with a local organization, making a difference in the environment, advocating for vulnerable populations, or working with at-risk youth, there are always ways to serve. Today we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. Tomorrow we forge ahead, following the footsteps of the brave leaders that have gone before us, and finding our own way to live as todos somos, todos somos. So thank you again for allowing me to spend some time with you here today. I hope I was able to at least get close to being on point and semi-brief. I want to offer special thanks to Daryl and to George, to Latino Forward, and to the Wisconsin chapter of the American GI Forum for inviting me here today. And I look forward to being able to see you all again very soon.
I have a very special challenge for my dear friend here. James, it is my honor to pass on to you this challenge coin of Medal of Honor recipient Roy Benavides Greenberg. Sir?
And on behalf of Florida Latino, I'm not gonna lie, you made it kind of tough on us. We actually had to create an all-new award for you to, that we thought exemplified all your contributions to community and country. And for that reason,
You are the inaugural recipient of the Ford Latino Service to Community and Country Award, presented to James Saenz, Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Counter-Narcotics and Stabilization Policies, this September 27, 2023.